What's the difference between Izzah and ego? Yeah? Firstly, as we said, Izzah is to do with something haqq, something true, something factual, something right, something correct. Ego, firstly, it can be on something batil, something wrong. It can be on lie, it can be on falsehood. That's number one difference. Second, ego is more on self-interest. But Izzah is more on collective interest, interest of humanity.
Known to the individual, or are you talking about overall?
Overall, and also it can be known. So when someone tells you, look, what you're believing, if someone proves it wrong to you, you still what? You still continue. That's ego, that's not Izzah.
But before you know that it's wrong, would you call that Izzah? Because we were talking last week and you said that for non-believers in their forms of government or whatever, that they still have Izzah.
Yeah, I didn't say that was Izzah. What did I say? Who can remember? I said pride. I said they have pride. But I didn't say Izzah. Because Izzah is that you're on the haqq. Or the value and the principle is true, it's right, it's correct, it's upright. So Izzah is only on what's haqq. Other than that, it's pride. Yeah? It's pride. Izzah is a high level. Izzah is a high level. Yeah? So that's the difference between Izzah and ego. Most of us, do you have Izzah or do you have ego? Huh? Which one? Come on, brothers. Bit of both. I don't believe so. I believe we have what? Ego. We have ego. We don't have Izzah. Because very few of us fight for the haqq, fight for what's right. Very few of us do that. We are silent. We are completely silent. We don't do anything. We don't do anything about it. We just nod our heads, speak in our cafes and PFCs, and we just speak, oh, so-and-so is this, so-and-so is that, so-and-so did this, so-and-so said this, if only did this, and we'll argue and talk, but we will not do anything about it. Yeah? That is Izzah? That's not Izzah, that's ego. Meaning you like to just complain and talk about other people, but you don't like to complain and talk about what? What you are unable to do, what you are incapable to do, or what you can do but you're not doing, or what you can do in terms of gaining skills, and then after 5 years or 10 years doing something about it. You're not talking about that. Or you're not talking about what people can do by gaining skills and empowering themselves and becoming financially independent, going into industries and institutions and then making a long-term change in 10 years, 15 years, 20 years. You don't talk about that. What you talk about is what they are doing wrong, or what she is doing wrong, or what he is doing wrong and complaining. Yeah? So the mindset is completely towards other people and not towards yourself. That is based on ego, or that is based on Izzah. Ego. It's based on ego, it's not based on Izzah. Yeah? So we have to completely change that mindset. If it's Izzah, I'll concentrate on myself. What can I do? What can we do? If not in short run, in the long run. That's it. Khalas. And put your head down and work on it. Stop complaining. Yeah? And stop blaming. Stop complaining. Stop blaming. Because at the end of the day, you're part of society. At the end of the day, you're a human being just like them. So if they can do wrong, why can't you do what's right? If they are skilled to do wrong, then why can't you scale up to do what's right? If they are well off to do what's wrong, then why can't you become well off to do what's right? If it took them 5 years, why can't you take 10 years? Or less, 3 years? Yeah? If it took them 15 years, why can't you take 20 years? If it took them 100 years, why can't you collectively take less or more years? Just put your head down and work. That's all you have to do. Yeah? So we are living and feeding, yeah, and thriving on ego and on Izzah. Even though we claim what? is Izzah. It's not. It's ego. If it was Izzah, we would have shut up. And we would have skilled up. And we would have gained money. Halal way. We would have skilled up. We would have gained money, and then we would have worked collectively as human beings and as Muslims. Or as good people. One other sign of Izzah and ego is ego only works with a group of people. As for Izzah, works with all people. Izzah works with what? All people. It includes young, old, vulnerable, weak, destitute, powerful, authoritative, assertive, skilled, rich people. It includes everyone. It doesn't exclude what? Anyone. So for example, when you have a group and you find that group is actually excluding the weak, the destitute, the poor, or women, or sisters, or excludes young or old men, and excludes rich people, or excludes positional people, it excludes people basically one way or the other, then that is based on what? Ego. That's not based on Izzah. As for if it includes everyone, if it includes everyone in the society, or anyone can be included easily, without any barriers, without any obstacles, then they are based on Izzah. Yeah? This is a very important point. Because a lot of times, there's groups, and they will say, okay, we are not based on ego, we want unity, we want this, we want that, but actually they have obstacles, and they put obstacles against, for example, it could be women, it could be children, it could be old men, it could be old women, or it could be professionals, or it could be rich people, or it could be people of authority. They're excluded. Then that's not inclusive. That's not inclusive. That's not real unity. And you cannot achieve real unity if you exclude one part of the society or one part of profession. You exclude them, and then that cannot be true Izzah. Yeah, that cannot be true Izzah. True Izzah is when you include the whole humanity and the structure of the whole society, and when you include all of the professions of the society. That is Izzah. That is Izzah. So for example, Prophet ﷺ, in his group he had old men, old women, he had young men, young women, he had children, he had everyone. He had all the aspects of society and all the professions of society. Yeah? It's very important. That's one of the ways to notice bid'ah groups. It's one of the ways to notice bid'ah groups. Either methodology, bid'ah in belief, or bid'ah in methodology, or bid'ah in actions, or bid'ah in character. Yeah? Is if they exclude, or people of society don't come to them. People of society do not come to them. Or people of professionals, whatever the professional societies do not come to them, or they are excluded.